Okay, call the meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay.
Sure. So I have a staff comment this evening. The City Council had a special meeting on Friday, September 15th, in which they extended the vacation rental moratorium an additional 10 and a half months. In addition, on August 30th, we had the most recent town hall regarding the vacation rental moratorium. We had great attendance. It was a full house in the City Council chambers, and there was a diverse group of people who participated in the meeting, which was great, from vacation rental owners, full-time residents, neighbors that live next to rentals, folks that work in the industry that benefit from vacation rentals, and so we got a lot of great information from that town hall. And that's all I have.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Communication. Anyone have anything they want to bring up to the Planning Commission before we start that is not being seen tonight?
Staff has received one last-minute letter from Mary Stein on 215 Beacon. I have supplied each commissioner with the letter, as well as there is letters on the table for the people in the audience if you'd like to look at it.
Okay. Assume everyone's got a copy of the minutes?
Council motion to approve the minutes as presented.
Do you have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we'll vote. Chairman Glass?
Aye.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Hewitt? Say.
Yes.
And Commissioner Ruth?
Yes.
Okay, that's 4 ayes and, 1, 2, 3, and 4 abstain. Scott? 4 abstain and
Yeah.
4 ayes.
Okay. So, item number 2, public hearing.
Item number 2.
No, item number 1.
Yeah.
Is 349 Sumner, and it is item number 2, 349 Sumner, number C.
So we do. Which one's 215?
I believe it's
215
215 again.
is 215 is item number 3. Correct? Let me see the agenda.
I have it as 2 on
Okay, we can start. I had it numbered incorrectly, and I
our.
apologize.
No problem.
So let's switch this around.
215.
So item number 2 is 215 Beacon, number 2. Item number 2 is requesting for a transient rental license and coastal development permit to allow the renting or leasing of a room with or without table boards in a dwelling unit for periods of fewer than 30 consecutive days. The owner and applicant is Olaf and Jenny Nasil. Their daughter Julia is in the audience. The property is located in the special commercial zone, and the property contains 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, and is developed with a residential use consistent with the general plan and is allowed under the 2023 growth policy. The property manager for the unit is listed as Julia Nasil, and the contact information is included within the staff report. The 24-hour online contact is Tracy Hoban, and her information is included in the packet as well. Upon analysis, less than 50% of the properties in this area currently hold active CUPs or transient rentals. Thus, there will not be a majority of adjacent residences permitted or licensed for transient rental use. The proposed project is categorically exempt under section 15301 of the state CEQA guidelines, class 1 in existing facilities. The project requires a coastal development permit under section 9-8.102B2V of the Avalon Municipal Code, and the project is not within the 300-foot appealable zone. City staff have received 2 comments in letter form in opposition of the transient rental license, and they have been in the commissioner's pockets and they are on the table. Staff is recommending the Planning Commission find the project categorically exempt under section 15301 of the state CEQA guidelines, class 1 existing facilities, to support approval of the coastal development permit, including that the project is not within the 300-foot appealable zone, and find that the application is allowed under the 2023 growth policy. I'd like to also let you know that the property is ready for final. It's every permit is complete, and the COO as well as John will sign off on the building permit early next week.
Is this the upstairs one?
The downstairs.
The downstairs.
So if anybody has any questions, I'm available.
Okay.
I only see one letter that you just put on.
There's one in your packet, and then there's one I left today. There's one as part of the,
Yeah, I didn't.
There's one in this.
it's,
Okay.
Sewer.
it's a short one from
Okay.
Sewer Road. It may have come in after you picked up your
Okay.
packet.
This is one we had put back on, had been done prior to the,
Correct. And this is considered a brand-new application,
okay.
and it was continued
Continued,
2 months
okay.
ago.
Does anyone have any questions of staff before we open the public hearing?
I have a couple questions for staff. So you're saying that John's ready to sign off
He's ready
like
to sign
today?
off. Olaf hasn't been in town, and he hasn't been able to sign off on them, but he's prepared to sign off as soon as Mr. Nasil is back in town.
So I just have a question also regarding the water and the whole, 2 bedrooms downstairs, that was a 1-bedroom.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure how that came up.
Mr. Nasil has a letter from Edison signed by Ron Height, telling him he did not need a water allocation. He brought 1 bedroom down from upstairs.
He brought 1 bedroom down from upstairs, and so now upstairs is only a 1-bedroom?
Upstairs was 3 bedrooms,
Right, and
it's now
2
2
bedroom
bedrooms.
and
It's
2
2 bedrooms
bedrooms
upstairs
downstairs.
and 2 bedrooms downstairs.
So in the future, is it my understanding that is Edison going, is the city going to determine whether property or building needs water, or is it gonna be left to be determined by the Edison because?
Moving forward, the site plan will come to us
First, okay.
And we'll recommend.
Yes or no?
Recommend them yes or no.
If they need
What
water.
we feel, but the ultimate decision will come from Edison, but we'll
Okay.
make a recommendation.
Okay, okay, awesome. And, so it is a legal 2-bedroom?
It is a legal
2-bath?
2-bedroom unit.
And he's only requesting 1
He's
rather
only
than 2?
requesting 1 unit.
And, this property would be subject to a golf cart because it's considered on the hill,
It
correct?
will. It would.
So I would like to make a recommendation for approval for the unit, and at this time, I would recommend no golf cart until they, the condition until they create their pathway to their parking.
Scott,
Donna, yes, we can add that in as a condition
okay.
at the end.
Okay, so are you making a motion?
I'm making a motion.
Well, no,
I
Oh,
made,
he has to call from,
don't we need to?
yeah,
open?
no.
okay.
Open up the
Yeah, we
I'll
need
open
to
up the public hearing,
close
sorry.
it.
Sorry.
That's
Go.
okay.
I got ahead of
That's
myself.
okay. Okay, open the public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak for or against this item, please step forward, state your name and address.
Hello, Julia Nesiel, 215 Beacon. Commissioners and staff, I'm the daughter to owners of 215 Beacon, Olav and Jenny Nesiel. I grew up coming to this island with my family, and here we are actually reminded of our heritage in the Swedish archipelago. And when the opportunity arose to purchase a 100-year-old home, we knew it would be a massive undertaking, but one that is very close to our hearts. Today we are here requesting a transient rental license for one of the 2 units that we have renovated. With slanted floors and a crumbling exterior, we have spent 2 years refurbishing our home and its surroundings. And as you can imagine, this has been an extremely costly endeavor, and this will allow us to make somewhat of a return on our investment. Should we be granted our license, I will personally be managing the property and fully understand the responsibility of hosting. I currently manage another property elsewhere, and through careful tactics, I have had 0 complaints from our neighbors. My plan for success includes offering longer stays to avoid the louder weekend crowd, interviewing guests beforehand, and excluding our golf cart from the rental. Signage in the unit will explain Avalon's noise ordinance, and guests will be monitored with Ring cameras and a minute noise monitor. Prior to booking, and again on arrival, guests will be reminded that our property has a 0 tolerance noise policy. We understand the current state of poorly managed transient rentals in Avalon and deeply empathize with those that are impacted. We are not investors or developers. This is our family's home, and we plan on coming here with future generations. While the city is hard at work to make positive changes, we are following the conversation, and our door is always open. We ultimately wish to enjoy the fruits of 2 hard years of labor with our neighbors and community at the forefront. We would be greatly honored to be granted our transient rental license and would treat it with the utmost respect. Thank you so much for your consideration.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julia.
Anybody else wish to speak on this matter? We're going to close the public hearing. Motion done.
Okay. Now I'll make the motion to approve. Looks like they don't want a golf cart. They were gonna eliminate it anyway, so, still without a golf cart.
Okay.
And, I'd like to have the condition of it, being, when, John signs off.
Yeah, when the finals.
Right, when the final's signed off.
Okay.
Either one would take a second.
Did you, both of you get the opportunity to read Mary Stein's letter
Did.
regarding how it was registered on the tax roll? And then she makes reference that there's,
It's because it hasn't been finalized yet, so he has not sent that information in with the COO to the LA County Assessor yet.
So it won't change the tax.
It does
record
take a
itself.
while, I know, for that to catch
They're
up.
way behind.
I do know that, but that's why I asked about the water and who, because I think Edison doesn't, they don't check because they don't, I mean, they're not in the business to looking at the tax roll and all that. So I think someone had already mentioned on council that the city should determine the bedrooms and, because we have it in front of
Mary-
us.
Yeah, Mary and I have been working
Yes.
together on that.
So, I think that's,
Covers that part. I'll second it.
any further discussion?
Okay, Chairman Glass,
Aye?
Chair, Commissioner Say,
yes.
Commissioner Root,
Yes.
and Commissioner Kennedy.
Yes.
All right, Scott, that's 4 ayes and 4 absent. I said abstain last time, I just meant absent. So the motion passes.
Okay.
Pass. Okay, item number 3. is 349 Sumner, number C. Item number 3 is requesting for a transient rental license and coastal development permit to allow the renting or leasing of a room with or without table boards in a dwelling unit for periods of fewer than 30 consecutive days. The owner and applicant is Anthony and Linda Mendez. They are here in the audience. The property is located within the high-density residential zone, and the property contains 1 bedroom and 1 bath. And it is developed with residential use consistent with the general plan and is allowed under the 2023 growth policy. The property manager for the unit is listed as Evolve, and the property 24-hour on-island contact is Veronica Bravo. Her information is also included in your packets. Upon analysis, less than 50% of the properties in the area currently hold active CUPs or transient rental licenses, thus there will not be a majority of adjacent residences permitted or licensed for transient rental use. The proposed project is categorically exempt under Section 15301 of the State CEQA Guidelines, Class 1, Existing Facilities. The project requires a coastal development permit under Section 9-8.102 B2V of the Avalon Municipal Code, and the project is not within the 300-foot appealable zone. City staff have not received any comments in favor or opposition of the transient rental license. Staff is recommending that you find the project categorically exempt under Section 15301 of the State CEQA Guidelines, Class 1, Existing Facilities, to support the approval of the coastal development permit, including that the project is not within the 300-foot appealable zone, and find the application is allowed under the 2023 actual growth policy. I'm available for any questions.
Any questions for staff on this one?
Has the city done the inspection?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone else have questions for Donna before we open the public hearing? Open the public hearing. Anyone wishing to speak for or against, please come forward, state your name and address.
Good evening. We bought this property about 5 years ago. We refurbished, there's 3 units on the property, so we actually rent 2 of the properties full-time to people on the island. So we just finished the back one. We want to do that to get some of our money back and come down there and visit when we can. And just for investment in our family to come down there and visit the island. So, that's all I gotta say.
It's great that you provide 2 year-round housing. That's excellent.
Sure, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a big undertaking for sure.
I'm sure, yeah.
We've been at it since 2017. So, yeah.
Anybody have any questions of the applicant? Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else wishing to speak for or against this? Okay, no one's coming up. We'll close the public hearing. Discussion? No motion?
I'll make a motion to approve this applicant and thank him for providing housing for our workforce.
Second?
I'll second.
Okay, Chairman Glass,
Aye?
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Say,
Yes.
Commissioner Ruth.
Yes.
Okay, Scott, we have 4 ayes and 4 absent. Motion passes.
Wait, everybody run off to a party and invite us or what?
Yeah, exactly. Any commissioner business?
I would like to make an announcement on the record that we will be sending out notices for any business that has an illegal signage. There has been an influx of quite a few illegal signs up in town, and we will be addressing that beginning next week. So there will be letters going out to all the businesses with the municipal codes so everybody can read up on it and know. So if you have illegal signs, take them down.
Okay. Anything else? Say goodnight, Tony.
Good night.
Good night, Tony.
You adjourn.